Good evening. I'm Robert A. Wilson with My Cowboy Wisdom. I'm a hypnotherapist, NLP practitioner, timeline coach. I am a published author of several books and several CDs. I write blogs and a daily keynote. But tonight I want to talk about letting go of thinking I'm perfect. How do you look at other people through nitpicking eyes and you're always critical of other people? And I was a pro at that, and I still am. But I'm expanding out of it because I understand the more I look at what's wrong with other people, the more I see what's wrong with myself. And not wrong, that was a bad choice of words, but where my challenges lie within me to expand my life. As I move forward, life gets better because I quit thinking I'm perfect and understanding life is kind of a mess, because life is about expanding out of our history and seeing where we're going with life, and also what is going on with our lives, because we try to predict our lives and compare our lives to people with wealth and success and people we actually think are more talented than we are. And that is where we fall down and life becomes an unsavory event in our lives. So as I open up to understand that I try to do things, and then I end up crying in my beer because I listen to the sneers and sneering sabotage within myself because, I got to be perfect. I got to be like this. And I'm going to be honest with you. There's people where things seem like it goes absolutely easy and effortless for them, and other people have challenges. And I'm one of them people that have the challenges because it seems like I can have everything going good and then it go right. It goes right because of me. Nothing else, because I step back a little bit and think it's already successful and on its way, but it's really not. It's really a misnomer, because you have to walk the path of empowered in spirit inspiration to expand through life, letting go of what is wrong with life. We've been taught there's a right and wrong, and all there is paths and life expanding life expanding adventures now. But where we really become untested and untested to be the best, because we want to be perfect while we're doing it. And that's never going to happen. I'm really opening up to that. The more successful you are, the more life is going to be messy and unsettling to the cozy snoring zone of what we taught ourselves. And we also live inside the societal structure of that we must have this, we must have that. And that's the thing. We've been living on material chattels instead of spiritual supremacy within us to open up a racy resolve to expand of many things. So as I walk through life, opening my eyes to my inner whys, I dance a new, daring, audacity, naturally celebrating every day, because life is an extravaganza for us to experience. But I taught myself that life is hard, tough, all this. Life is challenging. It's only hard because I think it's hard. But when I listen to my emotions and my inspirations, I expand through life. It's feeling the success, feeling the energized brain power and brain prowess to wow or now. And you let go of the crass of the past and living in the past and thinking of healing the past, forgiving the past. Oh my God, look what happened to me. We play the trauma and drama of society-trained minds that, I'm a victim, pity me. Well, we're never a victim. We're a soldier. We're really a warrior of wisdom, wit, and git. Because we have the gut gumption to expand through it, but we have to go through the thickets of thickets of ick to get to where we're going and where we're moving forward. So how does life stop being a challenge. When we are the challenge, we understand we're the campaigner and the champion of our life. So when I quit thinking I'm perfect and everything is going to go da 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 da, and it goes wow bang crash boom in many different ways, I become the soldier of fortune. And fortune is farseeing omnipotence, omnificence, revving up today's unfathomable new events to expand me through life. You know, we're actually are the warriors of our own life. We're the kings, the queens, the royalty. But we've been taught to be the pawns and yawn, because that is what history told us. If we're not up in the echelon, higher echelon, we're the pawns. Yeah, we may be the pawns, but we're the pawns spawning prosperities, affluence, wealth now. So how do you think you're being perfect and everybody else makes mistakes? I've worked with people, and I've been one of them, that, oh, I didn't make the mistake, you did. Well, when all honesty and responsibility and accountability come through, I was the one. Because I'm 100% responsible and accountable for wherever I'm at. And if I'm listening, I'm expanding. If I'm talking, I'm balking. I listen to glisten, talk to balk in the bullshit of life, and that's just the way it is. And if you ever pay attention, the people that are quietest are the wisest people. Those who talk live in fear. And I have done that. I'm going to admit that to you. But how do you think you're perfect and the world is messed up? And how is the world my messes for me to clean up? Clean up with a candid, lively, entertainer's audacity, naturally expanding through life. You know, the crass of the past controls the world. And it really does. The crass of the past. And the crass of the past is I'm perfect and everybody else follow me, because I know, because I was taught and I learned from the best. But how is the best taught by somebody higher powered than them? How are we afraid to trust our spiritual savvy, soul supremacy, and heart harmonizing wisdom to expand through life? So what happens when you let go of trying to fit into life and lead your life with lively, enterprising, astute determination? What opens your eyes to your inner self and your inner savvy to really expand the new of life? So as I move forward and go through life, I really open up an entertaining savvy within myself, because it's never what I think I know that takes me anywhere. It's what I'm willing to admit what I lack of wisdom, and here's the wisdom, I expand and walk forward. But thinking I'm perfect in everything I know locks and blocks me in yesterday. And man, I thought I was perfect and I was too good for everything, and it was the biggest lie I've ever told myself. We lie to ourselves to show the thinking we're very astute and showing the world, but really when I lied to myself, I live in lewd, internal eesh. And that's it. But when I'm honest with myself and understand I will never know anything, and all my required understanding is what is being presented to me in the now to naturally open wisdom, wealth, love, all the desires. And if I'm a blazing, amazing trailblazer with an inspired inner fire to feel internal revelations expand me through life and show the world it's okay to be where you're at in life, because where you're at in life is where the astute tenacity begins. And how is all the unrest in the world? Because everybody's afraid to admit the world is imperfect, and they're the immaculate energy to expand the world out of where it is. So as I move forward thinking this and doing this, I understand life is going to lure me into the swamp of womp to show me I have the class to expand out of it. It's a sassy class that's going to will show me the way to the promised land, and it's my promised land. And you can say that with me, my promised land. So as I open up to this and realize that life is a galvanizing energy, freeing me from whatever I desire to experience. The fire of the desire dances effrontery, revolutionary, intrepid sass every day. Because it's the rebel rouser within us that will expand us out of our habitual haunts that keep us in yesterday and really stopping us from moving life forward. So what is it that we're really afraid to admit that we're imperfect? Because the human says, I'm perfect, and that's the only way it'll go, and that's the way it is. When you think you're the only way it'll go, you're being towed into turmoil. But when you listen to understand it's showing you a better way, you play on your fields of prosperity and serene peace to flow from within you. Everything happens in us, within us. Within us is the winds of wisdom. The outside sources that we try to follow are the hollow, swarming saboteurs wanting us to stay the same. How does the silent powers to be of the world want us to stay the same and never move forward? Because we're easier to control in turmoil. Because they understand turmoil, but they never understand peace and communication. Because prosperity and peace expand new waves of wisdom to really flow through us. But how is being perfect a perpetual or just a paralyzing eesh that keeps us right where we're at? Because, oh, what am I going to look like out there? What am I going to be over here? What are they going to think of me? Oh my God, what did I do? That's how we get into the ish and the dish and the crap and the rap and all the stuff that we never want to experience. So it's time, people, we unstrap the crap to rap, to revolutionize, appreciate, participate, facilitate that dreamer's dare, to show them your far-sighted flair, to feel love, ascend internal resplendence every day. Because life is not about being perfect. Life is about being imperfect. Because life will never be perfect. But life will always be perpetual, energizing, revolutionary trend, farseeing, enterprising, celebrations today. That's what perfect is being willing to see the unsavory and the unsettling as the wisdom, the new wisdom, innovation, intuition, and talent to move yourself forward. Because we encompass the talent, we're just afraid of the talent because it's not going to be perfect. Because the talent you encompass is the excellent entertainer's energy to expand you forward. So how do you think you're perfect in everything you've done perfect? And how is thinking you done it perfect ended up in a mess, and something you did was a mess turned out to be the best thing that ever occurred in your life? You know, every heartbreak I've had in my life has been the best thing that ever happened to me. When I let go of trying to think life is perfect and everything is about me, and opened up to appreciate every experience, every person, everything that's crossed my trails of triumph, I open up my heart, adventures, and soul safaris, energizing my gumption to walk the trails of fail, to my egotistical mind to walk my trails of triumph, because I overcame, because I kept stop blaming somebody and thinking life is perfect and I'm perfect. I'm never going to be that. I'm the most imperfect person, but I'm the most trailblazing entrepreneur, opening up new waves of my life to move forward. So how are we perfect? If we was perfect, would there be wars in the world? Or would we have the gumption to understand turmoil creates cash? We have a saying, chaos creates cash, and chaos creates cash for the elite. Peace energizes financial, personal, love, intuition, health for all. And you know, we've been taught that to either be controlled or somebody wants to control us. And how are we controlled? By being perfect with nitpicking eyes and a criticizing demise within ourselves. How has being critical really stopped you from experiencing your dreams? I know it stopped me from experiencing my dreams, because I'm perfect. That person's wrong. They don't know what they're doing. Well, that's the biggest fallacy there ever was, and that's the biggest lie I ever told myself. So when I stopped lying to myself to start living internal ecstasy, I entered the world to play on my mountains of money, oceans of opulence, surfed my seas of success, feeling my universe of love, because I lionized optimism, vehemently expanding inside me every day. That's called expansionism. When you let go of being perfect, you're going to feel the energized expansionism of inside me. I'm free, because I instantly sensationalized my maturity to understand life is about maturing and never about being right or wrong. And life is going to have delicious, just have a delicious way of expressing itself to us. We meant the moxie to feel the sweet energy of ourselves. We can taste the success of the world when we're willing to let go of being perfect. So what's ever really been perfect besides your thinking? And how has your perfect thinking caused trauma and drama in your life and had you walk the trails of hurtocracy, turdocracy, being filled with victimized crapitis? Because we become thinking that life is going to give us everything we want, because that's what we think. But however, to experience everything you desire opens out the dreamer's extravaganzas, realizing instant self-expansionism of I see me wealthy, healthy, and wise to dance with my inner wise, because it's internal self, and realizing every person in the world is imperfect. They're going to make mistakes. They're going to do things and I know I've done it, and I keep doing it. But I'm willing to understand that's the way I expand, is through my imperfections. And also, my imperfections are my canonized character to show the world it's okay to be who they are, and everybody is my equal. I want to thank you all. This is Robert E. Wilson with Cowboy Wisdom, and I want to thank you all for being here. And I will see you next Tuesday and Thursday, and may your weekend be blessed. And I am a hypnotherapist, NLP practitioner. My website is mycowboywisdom.com. My email is robert@mycowboywisdom.com. And my books are available at howdiditeachmyselffear.com, amazon.com/author, /Robert A. Wilson. And good night, and God bless all.